very even keeled.
Aaron, let her hurry up. Don't add ad libs. Just let her go. Yeah, he's seen Darren. Go ahead, continue.
All I'm gonna care about is that he actually makes it home. And I'm gonna ask, well, why didn't you just Rico, shut the up.
Do that.
Damn.
No.
Yes, so
is.
you gonna shut up because you were in your ego, he's in his ego, and y'all just those type of artists. And that's why I'm not gonna say nothing, cause y'all gonna take it there, and it's not even that serious to me. I know that could never me again. I know that nigga could never me again, but I want to go to the concert. You know, she did what she had to do for us. It's still for you guys.
No, the thing
And
that
then all you get is a fucking complaint. How about a thank you?
I'm talking about.
How about a goddamn thank you? That's what, if I gotta go and tuck my tail and go to a ex.
How about you go thank him too?
Yeah.
How about that?
Hey there, and welcome back to another episode of 8 at the Table. Before we get things started, I want to just say thank you all so much for being engaged with us, for liking, following, subscribing, supporting Datebox, Patreon, literally everything that you guys have done. We really appreciate it. And that continues to help us keep the lights on, keep producing, and allows us to continue bringing you guys content. So thank you. We appreciate it. And so let's get this party started. I have my wonderful co-hosts, Amanda, Rico. So guys, there's this story that Alan was telling me. And y'all probably saw my reaction earlier, but he told me the story wrong. So there's this guy and this girl, they were dating. And I think they were together, maybe together for 3 years, living together for 2 or something like that. I guess they had some difficulties with finances, and they had been served an eviction notice, and essentially he didn't come through with the money, so she had to pretty much figure out a way, to make it happen. And so she knew she had a pretty good relationship with her ex, so she just
Who had the bag?
asked him, could she borrow the money? She asked him, could she borrow the money? He gave it to her, and she didn't keep it a secret. She was upfront about where she got the money from. And I guess the guy, he was mad about it, right?
And she paid the bill.
What bill?
The rent.
The rent.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. She borrowed the money from the ex, paid the rent, and then told her boyfriend, where the money came from. And apparently he was in his feelings about the source of the money.
He was very upset. He felt like she should not have gone to an ex. So it was just kind of like, what was it, an ego trip?
It's
Was she
definitely an
wrong?
ego trip.
Was she wrong?
No. She had to get it from somewhere.
Yeah, I mean, okay. I ain't gonna say she was right or wrong because we don't know the context. I would only say she was wrong if I was her man and I knew her parents had bread, and I'd be like, why ain't you ask them first? You know what I'm saying? Like, if she had someone that, being in a relationship with somebody, who was well off within their circle. Now, if she did have somebody who possibly could have been able to lend her the money, that's where I would have an issue. If not, at the end of the day, you gotta be a pimp or a simp. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes push come to shove, your girl gotta go get the money the way she know how to go get the money. If it's asking her ex, hey, go get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not like you had any other option. You were already failing. And one thing we not about to do is drown together. Like, we might have a hole in our shit, but if we could get a plug, just go get the plug. We gonna figure the rest out.
Right.
But like, it depends, like, cause I'm like, yo, like, why didn't you ask your dad? Like, why didn't you ask your mom and your auntie?
I'm not gonna lie, that was the first
Your
that was the
ex?
first
That's
thing that I
crazy,
thought of
like-
too, was like, why not ask your parents? But Being that she asked her ex and not
And you
her
know I
parents.
don't like him. Like
No, don't add that.
I was about to say, don't
add
add. Don't add no
he
shit.
He had to not like him because you don't just get upset like that over.
No,
like,
he got
No.
upset because it was her ex, period.
Yeah.
You know why? Because her ex. See, this is the thing, right? A lot of dudes do this, and women too, right? They start to compare themselves to the stories that they've heard about their ex.
Absolutely not.
Right? Like, it depends. Like, if you know, for example, like, I'm dating Amanda, and let's say I'm a $65,000 a year earner, but Amanda,
Before or after
and I'm a
tax?
catch.
both. No. We'll do both scenarios, either or, right?
I mean, before taxes, shit.
Yeah, but
New
I
York.
mean, after tax, you could be, you know what I'm saying? But either way, right?
Wait, no, after tax.
Yeah,
Yeah,
after,
after tax.
yeah.
Sorry.
But either way, versus she dated Jimmy, and Jimmy made 7 figures or maybe $500,000 a year. So she still, every day, she still got the clothes Jimmy bought her, right? She still got the YSL heels. She still got the Chanel bag. And I'm cool with it. But when push come to shove, you go right back to Jimmy. It's like, damn, girl.
Well, are you really cool with it? Because another episode would say otherwise.
No,
But-
I'm saying him, not me. Like, come on, bro. We stay in context.
Well, no, okay. In context,
Amanda.
we know you're mad. That's one. 2, if let's say this is me adding context, but so did
Nope,
you.
mm-mm.
No, but so did you just
No, I
now.
didn't.
Okay, well let's just say I'm not with Jimmy no more, but we didn't break up on bad terms. So it would be nothing for me to be like, hey, I'm like falling short this month. Like, do you think that you could help me? If that's the same, if that's the relationship that they still have. And honestly, the first thing I thought about was why didn't she ask her parents? But you never know if she asked her parents and her parents said, well, we really don't got it like that. Or she probably knew that her parents don't have it like that to begin with. So she didn't want to put the burden on them. And she thought of like who else in her life that she knows would, this money would be nothing to them, or they would be willing to help her out so easily or so last minute. And if it was the ex for her, it was the ex for her. That helped both of you guys out.
So this is the thing. I think that as a woman who's with a man, and then you have to go ask your parents for money, it portrays that man
Is
to
into what he's
be
doing.
to be insufficient.
Right.
Because while I can always go to my daddy for anything, I don't ever want him to be under the impression that the man that he trusted to look after me and to provide for me is unable to do it.
But won't you say the same thing for the ex though?
No.
If you have to go to your ex and be like, well,
My ex is just my friend.
true, but don't you think that
That's a loose word right there.
No,
I mean, not really.
when you break up on good terms and
Yeah,
things are just
that
are
could
what they
be-
are,
That could
like
be your friend.
That's a temporary friend. Listen, if my ex give me 3 bands to pay rent, she might get some dick again.
I'm just saying,
And that's
if you
you.
if you
She
have
might
to
get
go
some
to your
different
ex, someone who loved you in that capacity, that could have been him that you was shacked up with in a living situation, but you moved on, you're with somebody else. But now that you're with somebody else and he doesn't have the funds to keep you guys afloat, now you running back to your ex for some money. Don't you think that he's looking at you like, oh, so this is the goofy
Probably.
that you picked that he can't even.
probably.
Yeah, so
But I don't. But does that matter?
that would have been my little skeptical decision in asking an ex to cover rent for me. But like I said, if that's the kind of relationship that they have as friends, that he gonna do that for her, then that's who she know to go to.
2 things. 1, even if it wasn't a friend, an ex who got bread can't wait to show his ex why she should still be here. Right? So
That was my point.
he'll lend the money regardless. But the second thing I want to say is, do women think that men don't believe in fairy tales too?
What do you mean?
Yeah, what does that mean?
Like, men have been, not this man, but a lot of men have been hipped on fairy tales too, talking about dying together, drowning together. Do not leave me if our rent can't get paid and we got eviction notice. Let's be homeless together because you supposed to be with me. Don't ask your ex-man for money because obviously you supposed to be with me through thick and thin, no matter how thin it gets. So men think like a fairy tale too sometimes.
That's a good point.
So when you go ahead and you step outside of that, you hitting him with reality that he didn't expect. And that reality is when push comes to shove, you're comfortable even going to somebody who you used to deal with and sleep with and lay with and let inside of your body help you with our situation. And I don't know about all men, but one thing I will say is most men, in my opinion, can't wait to show a woman why they are superior or how they are superior.
Well, baby.
Oh,
If
baby,
if
whoa, hold on.
if I was to stick with you through thick and thin, we was both getting evicted together. And
That's that ride or die
and-
bullshit.
And where would that have led us then? Because now I am just questioning everything. You know what I'm saying? Because I need better for myself. I'm evicted. You know what I'm saying? Like,
But for
and
yourself.
even being with you, it's supposed to be easier. I'm with somebody. We supposed to be splitting 50-50. So this shit should be easy. I'm splitting 50-50 and we're both evicted. We both on the street. We both got to figure something out.
Well,
Like,
let's not add 50-50 because it could have been 100-0, but she was just not, at that point, he was just down. But the thing is like, you got to realize that we all saw Titanic. You saw Titanic?
I'm going to assume
I'm gonna ask
50-50
you a
because
question.
even if
She
if
probably
I
didn't see
had it-
Titanic.
I'm asking you a question.
I did see Titanic 1,000 times.
Okay,
So what
cool.
about
Okay,
it?
You
Mandy.
saw the girl left the rich.
Don't be doing it.
The girl left the rich.
So what about it?
The girl left the rich, right? In the movie Titanic, she left the rich dude to go with Jack, who had Jack shit.
Mhm.
You understand? And I don't even know what she said verbatim, but it was something along the lines that she would rather be happy with less than be miserable with more, right? So when we men get into that too, when they think a woman loves them and they think a woman's really with them, they really do believe, especially if they are in Jack's position, that she's going to be with Jack through it all. And not every time you're going to suffer, everybody's story has their low points. Some people's low points are lower than others. But at the same time, they just want that same woman that they went through the low with to go through the high with. But when I honestly, look, for me, I'm saying I would be like, okay, go ahead. Go get the money because I'm a top G. It's different.
If you are even the man that says go get the money, sure, she's gonna go get the money. But how do you feel about yourself? How do you not think that your relationship?
He gonna lay in that bed and be like, "Oh, thank God we got somewhere."
And then
to
the next
child.
time-
I got me a tree.
And then the next time y'all
But
run,
she could have just left his ass.
No.
and looked out for herself.
but that's what I'm saying. You don't think that it's gonna be in her mind like, damn, I had to run over there to fix our problems. And have we come, like, if we ever get into something again, any money issues again, I know I can go back over there when this nigga don't got me.
Well, this is, and I'm looking at this from like being married. If something happens and my husband expresses that he's unable to do something, but I know that through my connections or resources or friends or whatever, that I can make it happen, I'm going to explain to him, I think I got it, and if he ain't got it and I got to figure it out, just let me figure it out, And I think from there, you just got to, go cry in the corner if it's really bothering you that much. Because at the end of the day, I'm not going to let things fall around here just because you can't do it.
It's
a partnership. Like, so where you're lacking, I'm going to have to pick up the slack. So if you got a problem with the source of the money, just don't ask me. Because I'm going to get it wherever it is to be got. It could be my mama. Hell, it could be your mama. It could be an ex. It doesn't matter who it is.
Does that
At the
leave
end-
you?
I don't care. It doesn't leave me with anything. It leaves me with my mortgage being paid. That is what I'm worried about. It leaves me with my lights. It leaves me with my car note.
Correct.
being paid.
But does that leave you with security in your relationship?
Yeah, because he's come through every other time. And I understand what you're saying, but I also get that he's not going to be able to deliver every single time for every single thing. And I think that you just got to give your partner grace and understand that. You know, and I know some men, they want to always be able to come through, or they think they should always have to be able to come through. But if you have a real partner, I feel like either y'all need to figure out how to work together, or let the person who's in the position to do something do it. And don't be in your feelings about the source of it.
But that's exactly why they would, though. Because every other time they can do for you, but the one time you can't, you went to your ex to get it done.
So
That's an ego thing.
Well, you need to eat the ego. Like don't let your pride and hubris create your downfall, because that ain't gonna do nothing but mess you over and mess me over. Because what I look like going to my daddy and showing him that you're insufficient versus going to somebody who's still my friend.
Well, and me personally,
or someone whose chance with you is over. So
yeah, like it's just
first of all, that in a guy's mind, that means the chances have just got back. It's not over. It's just came back. But me personally, first of all,
there's a little light at the end of the tunnel.
In my opinion, right? Once you allow a girl, your significant other, from a man to a woman in a heterosexual relationship, once you allow a woman to know the financial problems and that you guys are both, enduring in that moment, you have now opened the door for her to go ahead and try to find a solution in whatever way that she finds.
So are you saying that to mean that she shouldn't be made aware of the financial issues?
Well, I'm saying that once you made her aware of a financial issue, you can't help. If that's your real partner, you're supposed to expect that she's going to find some type of way to find a solution, whether it be a full solution or a partial solution. And whatever way that she's going to do it, that just depends on the woman. But like, if I'm going through something, I'm like, yo, listen, money's tight. I don't got rent this month. Well, first of all, this story can't be accurate because unless they're in Atlanta, it usually takes a few months for them to send you that.
Well,
okay, but it's only $3,000 short. That's 1 month.
Why didn't he find a way to come up with the money for the month?
But
why he didn't ask his parents?
So essentially, as the man, as the provider, right? That's your identity, right? That's part of who you are. So if she has to go out, get it from somewhere else, bring it back to the home, right? And you have to eat it up. And if I'm not that provider, and is that, Alan, what are you saying again?
What's my identity at that point?
Like in terms
I've
of
lacked up on my
if I've already let that go, who am I? That's why it's so hard for him to eat it up. The fact that I'm the man, and you had to go to another man for you to get that.
But you're the man without the money. Like, what do you expect? Like,
you get some of that.
How do I process it? How do I go from, like, where do we go from here?
I don't know if it's pride. Well, if I think about the way the story was chronologically told, she never told him where she was getting the money.
No, she did.
No, she did.
She told him. She was honest.
Was a part of the
she
story.
told him after. She told him.
Yeah, she went and got it, and then
got it paid, and then told him, and then was honest. Now, I'm not adding context, and I won't add any variables, but that leaves room for interpretation that anything could have possibly been already in the works. And if that does leave it like in the works, or potentially in the process, as a man, it's like, well, damn, because I could flip it and be like, yo, I had the money coming in next week. You didn't even need to go do that. Why'd you feel that comfortable running to him? Or why didn't you come to me first and tell me what you were going to go do before you went to go do it? Which, that is the only time I think, well, I'm not even going to consider it pride. For me, it's a principle thing. If we have already been honest about missing rent for however long, to the point where we got evictions, we should be honest about how we're about to go get this money. So if you can't tell me beforehand that you're going to go to your ex to get the money, that's where I would have an issue. I won't have a lack of identity if she gets the money and she pays for the rent and to keep a roof over her head. I don't take it personal like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm okay. Like, I'm talking about from a personal standpoint. I've already been at the bottom of the barrel before in my life. So It's nothing that doesn't make me feel anything less than what I've accomplished and where I'm at today. But when it comes to just a typical or a standard I have is just being open with communication prior to your decisions. That's the issue that I would have, because for me, you violated that, especially when I was being, transparent with you and telling you where I was coming up short in the last 3 months or 2, whatever it may be.
I don't know. I just feel like either we gonna be evicted or not. Like
It's black or white.
And I'm choosing not to.
Yeah. Like,
Nah, I'm cool
cause real talk, like
We're gonna get over it, but I'm just saying there's still an issue how you did it.
if we're not married at this point, the only person who I need to look out for is Aaron Campbell. So if anything, I can be like, fuck it, and just go move into my mama house, or with a friend or something. So it's either, it's like you can't have it both ways. Either you need to be happy that I created a solution for a problem that we had and just chill, or like I don't know, like
sit down.
Yeah, I was trying not to be rude about it.
You might as well just be rude, because that's where you're coming. Like, be happy I got the money and sit down.
Expand on it. Like she's saying, like
she is trying to say, I figured out how to save our ass.
You couldn't figure it out.
I don't need you to give me no shit.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
The crazy thing is, and that's the crazy, especially like
I am.
Like,
I'm working.
Why would you put me in a situation like that? Why do you have me in a situation where where shelter over my head is uncertain? No. That is the point.
How much months has the rent have not been paid to get an eviction notice? That is the fucking point.
That is the point.
Yo, you think that everybody, like, I don't know.
I fix shit. I fix shit. I fixed it.
This is what happens when I talk about fairy tales. And this is what women think. Everything is peaches and cream. It's not. And at some point in time, I'm not saying everything has to fall down and crumble, but in sticky situations, in tough moments, honestly, that defines your relationship. And if you can step outside, if we can have honest communication in these tough moments that we're enduring together, then that just goes to show that you're not really about us. As a dude, and I'm a man, right? We already get the weight of the world on our backs. The first thing that I heard was, why are you putting me in a position where shelter is potentially being taken away from me? And it's like, yo, we were living together for 2 years. I don't even know because it doesn't say, I don't know if he was paying the rent every day, every month for 2 years. So for 24 or 22 months, he was consistent, and shit hit the fan and he fell off. And the first thing you do is thinking to come back to your ex to ask him for money is a slap in the face for the years of work that he put in.
That's not
to
a slap
provide
in the
for
face.
You. It is.
No, because you just said, do whatever you got to do. We taken care of. You took your pride away from it. You took your ego out of it to say, well, she did what she had to do for us. It's still for you guys.
No, the thing
and all you get is a fucking complaint. Nigga, how about a thank you?
I'm talking about.
How about a goddamn thank you? That's what, if I gotta go and tuck my tail and go to a ex.
How about you go thank him too?
Yeah.
How about that?
Like, how about you know what? I don't like the way you went about it. Perhaps you should have said something beforehand. But thank you. You ain't been, how could you have been honest?
Well, I mean, we don't know, and I can definitely give you a situation on
No, we don't want that.
But we don't. But I'm saying, so we're not saying that he couldn't, because there's definitely situations where he could have. So we're not gonna.
He could not pay the rent, which is why they were gonna be evicted.
But he was being honest. Like, he could have lost his job. She could have never been working.
But it seems like losing your job.
My thing is this: why do we get to a point where women think you coming up one time for $3,000 makes you so entitled to be disrespectful when a man, to sit down and say thank you when we don't know if he's been paying this for the last 2 years, but
how's that disrespectful?
Because you have not done nearly the amount of work to provide or to keep.
But you don't know that. You're adding that.
Well,
you're adding.
You're adding that.
You're adding.
What I'm saying is, even if it can't be, because you know why? Look, here's the thing, Alan. This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna do basic math.
Months of rent not being paid.
Obviously on him.
But that is why I assumed that it was 50-50.
It can't be.
Because there's no way that we are collectively not paying this bill for months.
Do you know how eviction works? Probably not. So let me enlighten you, little girl.
Thank God.
So this is what happens. You need
Right. I hope you never know.
You need to know. I pray. But you don't know, depending on who you deal with. You need to know that it's not 1 month that just goes. An eviction is an eviction notice.
Actually,
that was my point.
Actually, yeah. Yeah. Maybe not in New York and New Jersey, but in Texas.
Not in the Northeast.
Okay, cool. So
Yeah, because y'all be.
We used to file after the first.
Y'all be. Oh, baby.
You can file, but in the Northeast,
file and
no.
leave is a whole different thing.
Yeah.
You need
Yeah.
at least 2 to
People
3
be
months.
squatting in people's shit up here. Fuck all of that.
You need at least a couple months before you have to get out. And then once you have to get out, that's when it comes. Now, if you've been paying 50-50, then you would not get that eviction notice for $3,000. I promise you. Like, there's no way. There is no way. So now that automatically has to be assumed that he was the one covering the money. So or the rent. So if he was covering the rent, now you have to go ask for it.
But if he knew he
Unless
couldn't
you
cover
both
it,
lost your job.
no.
in
But
a
if he couldn't
miraculous-
cover it, why didn't he say why didn't he say the middle of the previous month? Like, hey, I'm not gonna have it. You know, what can we do?
He might have, but listen, not every plan goes through. Some men would tell you like, hey, this is my plan to do X, Y, and Z. This is the situation right now. And, this is my way of getting out of it. And it might have not have fell through. I can't tell you because we don't know.
So I have a question.
Exactly, we don't know. So she probably had to
There's
take
no way
over
she's paying
covering
half- There's no way she's paying half of the rent and then they get an eviction notice and
if she was
$3,000.
paying half of the rent and could afford to cover the whole rent for maybe 2 months. So when the 3rd month came, it's just like, okay, yeah, I can't cover this again all by
Why,
myself.
She's not working? She stopped working?
What? Say that again.
Is it prideful on his side, or is it disrespectful? Because we need shelter. Is he being prideful?
I think he's being prideful.
I think it's being prideful because honestly, if we're living together, we're together, but we're not married, and you can't figure it out to get if it's half, if it's whatever you were contributing to our living situation. If you couldn't figure it out, asking your parents, asking your homeboys, getting a second job, you couldn't figure it out, so I had to. Please don't be mad about what I had to do to get the money.
The thing is,
I understand what you're
I don't mind you getting the money, right? That's not where I have an issue, right? That part would never exist in my realm. But
No, I'm saying don't be
No one
mad.
was,
It's
no one
like
was
Never
really
existed.
ever gonna say that.
I mean, it was said. So,
no, but I'm saying you should be I'm grateful for having someone to give me the money. So you should be too.
I should be grateful your ex nigga give you money.
Why wouldn't you be grateful that you aren't getting evicted?
that sounds crazy, right?
And it's ego. You got it. You got it. Rico definitely got it. Y'all those kind of niggas.
Wait, so what do you
I'm not
so you
paying no extra
wait
rent.
wait
That's
so
what-
you'd rather be evicted than to
We're talking to the wrong kind of men here.
I mean, the thing is, if I'm thinking about marriage,
Chris, what about you? Would you be happy that the rent is paid?
that's where my whole problem.
I was what?
So your thing is you would have appreciated a conversation about where I was going to get the money.
Because we don't know.
Go ahead. Tell her I said thank you.
It's never because women are used to being on the receiving
then block
end,
her
so
number.
it doesn't matter.
Oh, if people gonna do what the fuck they want to do. Tell her I said thank you.
That's true.
Do you think that men think like, what did she have to do to get that money?
I don't know what they think.
I wouldn't think that, but what I would think is this nigga could fuck my girl again. I'm not saying that she did it to get the money.
Oh, is it a loan? I forgot. Was that a part of it? Was this a loan or a gift?
You gave it to
Nah,
me.
that nigga gave that
It
shit
wasn't
to me.
even specified.
Okay.
But in my mind, in Rico's mind, it depends on who the nigga is though. Like, cause sometimes girls date a corny dude just to get the money. So she might feel comfortable running. You,
No, to
but
be
if it was
honest-
a Rico, and you asked Rico for three bands, and he gave it to you. Oh no, Rico's coming with it. Yeah, Rico's coming. Like, there's stipulations to get that bread.
This reminds me of Soul Food. Y'all know. Mm-hmm.
You seen it?
That
Yeah.
scene where she went to the ex.
Yeah,
for
when
him.
she went to the ex.
Wait, what's Soul Food?
The movie Soul Food.
Wait, hold
The
on.
movie?
Soul
He
Food.
doesn't
The
know
movie.
what Soul Food is.
No.
The movie,
Get on
Rico.
him. Okay,
The
so
movie Soul
yes,
Food?
we already know Nia Long went to her ex to try to get her new nigga a job. Her husband. Oh, it was her husband.
You see
Yeah,
how
her-
quick though, new
her.
nigga. That's crazy. 25,000. Pen in the pot.
But she did not tell her husband that she went to her ex to get this favor done for him. So when he found out, he was mad as hell. So it was just like, okay, I get that. But you see, if there's a conversation that happens after that says, like, okay, like, it hit my ego that you had to go to your ex to do that. And I reassure you that, like, okay, yeah, I asked him for a favor because I knew that it could have worked out in our favor, but I promise you, like, our relationship
Hold
is
up, but don't forget
done.
the ex was
No.
mad
I'm
disrespectful.
about to say,
he was. No,
He
he
was-
was, but that's
he
a
was
different story.
Super
But hold on, that was
disrespectful.
To her husband?
To her husband at the lunch
And he-
table.
yeah,
The
he
man
was
out
kinda
here
like,
just trying to eat his
Nigga,
lunch.
I got you this job.
And he was like,
Like,
oh,
they in jail.
wait, hold up. Then he called her Coke. Oh, yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
We used to call her
her.
Coke because of that body.
Yeah.
I'd have drilled them. Yeah. Huh? No.
No, he did. The husband rocked
I
him.
did this because I can't do what I would have really did.
Boy, y'all
But that dude was a really cornball that got the job.
That was an ego trip, but that's the thing. Men ego trip over men too, right? Like if he can get, let's say if I have a girl who's definitely dope and I'm the cool guy and she leaves me, but I'm the cool guy in my brain, it doesn't register why you leave me, despite how I treat you might be
Everybody have
bad.
an ego.
But I'm the cool guy, and then you go date a lame, and now you need help dating a lame. I'm going to get all the fulfillment and joy and just helping you as much as you can because it's literally comedy to me. And then at the same time, that dude is still gonna disrespect the lame because he's still a lame.
I'd be like, well, hard. Run them dollars.
Yeah. And you gonna run it out? Just run it.
Let's reverse.
I mean, you didn't have to say no. I don't. We're just hypothetical.
Let's just make this realistic.
Like,
Who-
who you like?
Tyrese?
No. Unfortunately, my artist is locked up.
Of course. Who is he?
Artist. I'm talking about a huge artist.
What's his name?
That is her
R.
artist.
Kelly.
That is
All
her
right.
artist.
You want to go see R. Kelly? She said,
Let's go to somebody that's huge.
"I don't care what he
It's
did."
Young Thug. She want to see Young Thug.
Let's see.
Names?
Oh no. I'm gonna go see Slim Thug.
Yo, where was Aaron created?
I'm from Houston.
No. It was something in before Texas. Yeah.
It was made in the lab.
Yeah, like somewhere before the earth. And
We're gonna go see Slim Thug with the Hot Boys, Wayne. It's gonna be like a big concert. Who else gonna be there?
Birdman.
What is the point of this
Birdman.
concert? Be there?
No, not Drake.
No, I'm talking about Drizzy Drake, the young 2009 one.
Young Money Drake.
Yeah.
Oh, I did like
You know,
him.
Ransom.
Yeah,
What about damn, I forgot his name. Mac Main.
no.
Okay. All right. Yeah, hey, listen. I'm trying to go back in that era.
Like let me think. One more person. Did I say Juvenile?
Oh my god.
You didn't say him, but we'll add
yeah.
him at your last person. Then you got your
Nah,
concert.
This all
And Wayne.
and Nelly.
Let's take money out of the
Not and Nelly.
Marie, you gonna walk.
I'm gonna say, hey, look.
They say you and
Wait.
your man. You and your
No,
man.
listen. Let me. Can I finish? Can I finish my explanation?
You see how selfish that is?
Can I finish my explanation?
I'm gonna say it real quick.
It just doesn't
Hold on.
matter.
Let me just say it because all of that Alan said when we
Won't be
edit, it
captured,
won't
yeah.
be. Okay, so the concert of your dream, whoever it is, the concert of your dream, right? You get a call from your ex, and he's like, "Yo, I know you was a big fan. Da 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 da. I got 2 tickets. You and your new guy. I got you backstage, VIP access, everything. I'll send you the tickets. Where do I send them? do you take the tickets?
Yeah, I'm gonna take the tickets, and I'm gonna also like let my husband know, like, hey, such and such had tickets. You know, he works for whatever, so he knew I live here. He knew I like him, so he sent us the tickets. Mind you, I said send us tickets. So I don't see what the big problem is. And I'm gonna be honest, like, I don't see how it's a big deal when he literally set it up to say, like, I know you like this group or so on and so forth. I got the hookup. Here, you and your husband go.
Well, you see, me, because I know men, I would never even mention the fact that it was my ex that said he got tickets.
She's a
for us.
liar.
It's gonna come out though.
I mean, it wouldn't have to.
Where you
She's
get
a
the
liar.
tickets from?
Right.
They were hard to. You got VIP backstage. You're meeting the artist. You're
Well,
in
good
the,
and well, I ain't pay for him.
right. I'll be like, where'd you get this ticket from? This is not no regular.
Someone I
Nosebleed.
know. Someone I know.
You adding stuff.
Someone I know.
No, I ain't gonna lie about
That's how I'm going about it in the first place. Oh, someone I know says so and so. You want to go?
it.
It's a
Mhm.
yes or no.
See, I don't like how like that shit is so trifling.
No, because I know if I say where I got it from, it's gonna be a whole stink, and I want to go, so I don't need no whole stink. So
I'm gonna say where I got it from.
But the craziest thing is like y'all don't give a fuck about anything but yourselves. That's really that's the only thing I get. Like y'all don't care.
Wait, he said you and your man can go to the. How is I don't.
this is ego driven.
Let
This is
me-
an ego driven prompt to begin with.
Let me actually finish. 'Cause I didn't cut either of your malarkeys off, right? So all I hear is, you know what I'm saying? All I hear is selfishness.
He just learned it.
No.
Have to be. I heard it
I
like
actually
3
heard
times
it
already.
mad long ago with Dave Chappelle, right? Shout out to Dave. But it's crazy because it's like, on one hand, I have a woman right over here, a young woman right over here, who would lie to her man just to try to ease her own satisfaction and pleasure because it's her dream. Yeah, he gave you 2 tickets, right? It doesn't matter if he gave you 7 tickets for you and his family. But it was you already know that where you got it from is from your ex. And you already know that your man 9 times out of 10 is going to be like, fuck no. We're not going to, we don't need to take a gift from him. It's not a life or death thing. This dream concert, you will have another opportunity to go to at some point in time, God willing, right? But if you only care about your own satisfaction to the point where you're willing to accept a gift when you know your current significant other would have a problem with whom it is coming from, then for me, that just screams selfishness. And I would want you to tell me the truth so I can never be with you.
You see, that's the thing, because
Like that's why you lying.
this is why I'm lying, because I know you gonna take it there and it's not even that serious.
But it
you
is.
gonna get so
But it is.
you gonna shut up because you were in your ego, he's in his ego, and y'all just those type of niggas. And that's why I'm not gonna say nothing, because y'all gonna take it there, and it's not even that serious to me. I know that nigga could never fuck me
you.
again. I know that nigga could never fuck me again, but I want to go to the concert. This is a free fucking ticket. This is a good opportunity to go to the what? Backstage, VIP? What the hell what am I saying no for?
Yep.
Because it's not like if I say yes, I know I owe this nigga a fuck. No.
It's not about that. The simple fact is that
Oh,
you're willing to lie, and the simple fact that you're willing to accept just goes to show how much you care about you and you don't care about your relationship. So if you know something could be a problem in your relationship, but yet you choose to lie about it, right? Just so you can have some type of satisfaction.
And why would
from
it be a problem in my relationship? Because you making a problem.
Because
Your
it's not-
ego is a problem for
No.
me.
Your ego.
Your ego is a problem for me. I have zero ego.
Your ego is out the fucking roof because you're willing to do whatever to go see a fucking concert.
That's not an ego.
That's not willing to do
What is that
whatever.
called, a desire?
First of all, the opportunity
What is that
came to
called?
me.
Greed?
It's not an ego.
What's something that's overly desired?
Sorry.
What's the word for that? It's, I guess, thirst. You're thirsty.
There's no thirst.
Your
If the
obsession.
opportunity came to me,
What is-
if
what is
if
it?
I
Can you find
had
a word
if the
for
opportunity
desire
came
to
to me,
that
why
you-
would I'm gonna choose to
It's
take
kinda
it
like
or not?
gluttony, you know?
And if I choose to take it, I'm thirsty. Are you dumb? Are you? I know.
You are
And I'm asking you, Alan. If an opportunity came to me, I didn't ask for it. I didn't go seeking for it. If an opportunity came to me and I decided to take that opportunity, I'm thirsty.
From your ex? Yes.
From anybody.
From your ex? Yes.
From anybody.
No, your mother? No. Aaron? No. Alan? No. Your ex? Yes.
Somebody took a ticket from my hand and said, we're not going to that shit. Hold on. Y'all know me? Who knows me in here?
I don't want to. I'm
Hey, what is it talking about?
Physically took a ticket out of your hand.
And I'm gonna say, okay, baby. No, okay, we not going.
That's why I said physically took a man.
What were you doing?
Shit, I'm the king of putting the stop.
I'm
I'm gonna pick him up.
Hold on. I'm gonna be so hot because I'm gonna want to fight. I wouldn't even know what to do. I wouldn't even know what to do because at that point I would want to fight. No, that's why I said I wouldn't know what to do because obviously I can't fight you, but that's what I want to do. That's what my reaction is telling me.
You know what you're gonna do? You're gonna go in the car mad, and you're gonna get over it by tomorrow. And that's what. See, at the end of the day, it's like,
No, you don't respect me.
no,
You think
no, I
you're
do respect
selfish.
you.
You're selfish. You're the one that got the ego, and I don't have to put up with this.
So you don't have to.
I don't have to put up with this.
Go with your ex that got
Like
you a ticket.
you and honestly, I would say you a corny ass nigga. You took the tickets from me and ripped it up and said we not going because it was
I looked at it and
somebody said ripped it.
I said we're not going.
Yeah.
Corny. You're corny.
Yeah.
What
What
do
said
you?
he ripped it.
what do
He,
you-
he took him out your hand. I added
No,
to
yeah,
it.
Marie said it. Marie said
I was
it
like, he
ripped.
took him out your hand and ripped them up. It was like, we ain't going to that.
No, I'm not. That's
What are you intimidated about?
cornball.
What are you?
Because you're showing emotion.
You're like, oh,
But what are you?
That's it.
What?
we're not going.
Why are you so
That
intimidated?
is like not even a conversation. That's just like,
Why are you so committed? My thing is this, like,
Because y'all are funny, and it's really funny
Hold
that
on.
y'all trying to
Hold on.
excuse it all.
No, hold on.
My head made me go to that.
Hey, what is like? No, I have a question. I think this is
let's say it was Super Bowl tickets, right?
Yes, I'm saying like, what's the
For a
favorite
dude.
thing you love?
Like, so, like, let's say you got Super Bowl tickets to your favorite team.
Fuck that. Real time right now. LeBron tickets, playoffs.
I don't like LeBron, but Super Bowl tickets, like, no shade.
But you want to go to Super Bowl?
Yeah. What?
Oh, okay.
Hell yeah. Super Bowl tickets to your favorite squad, right? Whatever.
Oh, I'm coming. I always wanted to go
seats
to
in the
Super
house.
Bowl.
Best seats, not even seats. You on the sideline.
Sidelines,
You
right?
know what I'm saying?
Who's the halftime performer? We going?
No, this
She's-
ain't for you. This
yeah,
is for
she's
the
not saying
man.
that. So you're saying like, okay, if we're saying for me, Rico, right now, all right, Pittsburgh Steelers are in the Super Bowl and there's tickets that are being presented, sideline tickets. You get to chill with the team, the coaches. Oh my god.
Yeah, and it's actually
But first, okay.
no, my ex.
I mean, no, my ex offered it.
This.
No, my
It's
ex
thirst.
offered it.
Oh, for my game?
This is thirst.
No, wait, hold on. So listen, my ex offered it.
Smart.
My ex offers it because my ex used to play on the team, and my ex knows who can get me the tickets with no issue. He be like, hey, these.
and he knows that Rico's a big fan. So he's like, oh, I know your new man is a big
that's when I
fan.
that's when I take it personal. Yeah, I won't take it if he knows. But if he said, yo, I'm giving you 2 tickets.
First of all, if I even
No, wait, I need to know what his response is.
all right, because I already have my response.
We're not talking to you, Alan. What are we
Since
doing?
you're ego-driven ass.
I'll be honest with you. I would be 100% honest with you. If it was the Pittsburgh Steelers Super Bowl,
It's your dream squad,
might
dream
take it.
event.
this-
if it ain't something of that
This
magnitude,
is thirst, though.
nah, because the Super Bowl is one time a year, and the Steelers probably go once every 10 years. It's not like it's not like a
No.
concert with Lil Wayne and Drake.
No, you can't
Like,
pick.
they
No.
have
You
You can't pick and choose.
Yes, I can.
No.
because
No.
You guys gotta think the rarity of one versus the commonality of the other. It's
No.
not nearly the same.
You can't just pick and choose.
You see, the thing is, we try to
my
to
God.
compare apples to oranges. All right. If you told
The
me,
thing is, it is a dream experience. We're not talking about how rare it is.
then
No, just listen. How rare it is, like how often you have access to it, whatever. We're literally saying your dream experience has presented itself, and my ex has reached out to me and said, "Hey, I got tickets. It's in your city. I ain't going. You want these tickets?"
There are dream experiences I can say no to.
I'm asking, would you say no?
There are dream experiences I can say
Well,
no
how
to.
about something you was gonna
it so, or
go
are you
to
saying
anyway,
no?
and it just saved you $500? You
First of
gonna
all,
get it
those
for
tickets
free.
I
are
just
like
want, I just want you to
$15,000.
answer the
They're
question.
not- you're talking about a $40,000 ticket.
I'm talking about a regular concert at this point.
Exactly, and that's where I get mad because you compare a $500 ticket to
No,
a
we're not talking about a
$20,000
regular
ticket.
concert.
Rico, the $40,000 experience, the rarity, everything. It is the culmination of everything that you've ever wanted to be a part of. Are
But
you
we
saying
can't-
no?
I know you ain't
But we
talking.
can't compare them though.
No. Okay, but are you saying
But
no?
are we comparing them? That's before I answer your question. I just want to know: are we
But
comparing
Rico,
the two?
it's very subjective, right? Here's the thing. Like the thing is, you have to remember you're being very subjective. So for you, the value in it is that it's rare and it's this great thing.
No,
hold
Marie.
on, Rico.
No. I'm
But
not gonna hold on because there's a
For
big price
Aaron-
difference. It's not for me.
No.
It's the world. If we're talking
Oh,
about for
come
me,
on, Rico.
for me would be like this. For me would be, hey, it's a Steelers game. They play every Sunday, and you're gonna have sideline tickets. I can say no to.
No, but we were comparing dream stuff. For Aaron, let's say you love football, right? You love football and that's your thing. That's great. Aaron is a big music fan. She is a fan of music. So this is her dream concert. She gets to meet the artist. This is her rarity. She will never get to meet her dream artist ever again, but she has the opportunity to do it.
Why?
So
What?
we were talking about the concert. The concert.
Yo, wait,
Come
Marie.
on, it's the same thing.
No, it's not. Because Marie, this what ends up
So,
happening.
like, to me, if you're gonna say no, like if you told me that you were gonna say no to the football and no to the concert, then I would be like, cool. That means
It makes sense.
But-
it makes sense, but you
No,
can't pick and
if
choose.
you said yes, you can't because first of all, we're not even comparing the same thing. You basically said, do you want a Lamborghini or do you want a Mercedes Benz? But for me, a Mercedes Benz is a Lamborghini. No, it's not.
That's not what she's saying.
Yes, you are. Listen, if you listen, you'll understand because you're missing the point. The point is this: we're talking about a concert that happens yearly, all the time.
But she will never get the opportunity again.
Marie.
That wasn't said.
Hold
though.
on, Marie.
That wasn't
I did
said.
not finish. Right?
She curated
We're
her own
talking
concert,
about
by the
a
way.
concert.
Right. I curated my own concert. I made this concert. Literally, it's a dream.
You will never get it again.
Ever.
Okay, so let's do apples to apples then. Give me a concert, and I'm gonna curate my favorite. Future,
concerts.
Tory
You know what
Lanez.
that's
No,
for.
Alan, no, because we're gonna compare apples to apples since women don't know how to stay on course. Let's go. Let me curate my own let me curate. I love music. I started off as a musician. I signed record deals as a music artist. So let's talk about music now. Okay, give me somebody that Future, Drake, Lil Wayne, Jay-Z. Let's say those four people.
coming.
I
I'll
get
come with you.
backstage passes. Can I say no to? Yes. No. Wait.
Music
This,
is not that crazy.
no, it is that crazy. But the thing is,
Why would you say yes to the football?
because it's a once in a lifetime for real. For example, like the difference is when you're talking about sports versus music,
It's like being when Jordan won his sixth ring. It's like, no, it's never going to happen again.
it's never. And the thing is, if I say
He
look,
did it 7 times. I'm
Six-
sure he could have, or 6 times. He
Yeah.
could have done it one more.
well,
I'm just saying. Like I'm sure when he got the first one, he didn't know he was going to get a second one. He knew he was going to get a third one,
Aaron,
a
it
fourth
was a
one.
bad example. Don't even go off of Alan's example.
No,
It's a terrible
it's not a bad example.
It was a bad example because when we're talking about football, it's way different than
Do
basketball.
you see how valuable it is for you? Like,
No,
and I
it's not
understand.
valuable.
Marie,
Just let it go
Marie,
because
want you
I
to-
wouldn't
no, no,
care.
Just let it
I'm
go.
talking to Marie now.
Just let it go.
I wouldn't
want you to
care
listen-
about the
no,
football
Marie, I want you to,
experience.
Marie, I want you to listen to something.
I'm listening.
I want you to understand this word today.
Thanks for getting
It's
my
called
card.
rarity. Okay?
'Cause
The
this
rare
is,
factor. There's been probably 60, maybe 50.
he just mad because he
Super
know he want them
Bowls.
tickets.
I know.
There's been
And I'd be cool with
there's
it.
been 60 Super Bowls, right? Approximately. The Steelers have only been there probably 7 times, right? So you're telling
Which
me
is 10%.
I understand the rarity.
No, wait. So it's no, you don't, because if you ask me how many times Mac, fucking Lil Wayne and Slim, you ask me how many times they went on tour, I could probably tell you at least 100. Like, you know, like
Rico, that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about the experience as a whole. I don't think it's like I don't think we're talking about the fact that she gets to go to a concert.
Thank you.
Is that she gets the experience. Like, you might get tickets, what do you call it?
But
Nosebleed.
I'm not going for the experience.
Nosebleed seats at the, what is it, Steeler games? I don't know.
No, it's not nosebleed.
That's
Yeah.
Super Bowl.
Okay, whatever
Super
the
Bowl,
game
yeah.
is.
The championship.
But do you see how it's so important to you and like you're passionate about
It's
it?
not
But
about.
hold
You
on.
don't understand that it's not the experience for me. It's the rarity for me.
It's rare to you.
No, it's rare to real life. They
But-
don't go often.
but for her-
it's like a Knicks. If you ever saw the Knicks in the, when's the last time you saw the Knicks in the championship game?
I'm
Probably
saying-
been 30 years ago.
Okay, but for her, she may never get that experience ever again.
But the thing is, that experience
Wait,
will
wait.
come again. Whether or not,
Maybe.
no, it's not a maybe. This is a
She
fact.
literally made a concert where it could be a one night experience.
You know what? You know what? No, here's the experience. Here's my concert. Let me just start this over.
Might be a one
My
night-
You gotta
concert.
say Michael Jackson, who's dead.
That's exactly who I was about
That's
to
where
say.
Things change.
That's exactly what I was about to say.
But you can see the game on TV.
If you said something like Michael Jackson,
I just said
today,
like Michael
right?
Jackson
can't win
today.
with
Yes.
If you said that, I would be like, I understand, because if you said today is Michael Jackson's last day on earth, he's going to die tomorrow, I'd be like, all right,
So,
whatever. I'll
hold
eat it.
on. If you said no, we not taking those tickets. Are you willing to buy me those same tickets? Don't say no. You don't have a fucking mic. Are you willing to?
If I'm able to, I would. If not right then, I would definitely see. The thing with me is I'm a gift planner. So if you tell me tickets of whoever artist that you like, and I know I can't get it right then and there, that'll be my next like gift.
It's
Whether
40 stacks though.
no, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, it ain't.
For
That
the
shit
for
ain't
the
40,000.
experience that I want
No, she's talking about a concert. Ain't no fucking concert tickets.
of Michael Jackson, it's 40 stacks.
If it's a thing for you, and it's a thing for me, I don't want them because for whatever reasons. I'm just saying no. I don't care if you put the golden Buddha on the platter of everything that you've ever wanted. I don't want it. I don't pick and choose. Do you see what I'm saying? For me, these things are black and white.
That's the problem. Life ain't linear, and certain things have different justifications
It's really control.
or
That's what they
influence.
want.
A man's influence. I think influence is be different. A man's influence. So the question is a man's influence over his woman lessen when certain things that she truly desires presents itself to her,
Wait, that doesn't make sense. You're saying
like certain experiences.
and he's unable to provide those experiences.
Yeah, his influence. Yeah, so he's not able to or doesn't have the resources, whatever it may be, to give those same experiences for that woman. Does his influence on her lessen when she truly desires those experiences and they're coming from outside of the relationship? Specifically speaking, from a party that he may be uncomfortable with.
Oh, actually, we don't know that was the case about being uncomfortable with the other party.
Yeah.
No,
When you start off, he was mad about the ex. That's how we got here.
no. But we didn't know he was mad about her going to him, not that he had a problem with him.
No, I mean, problem with that in totality. Maybe not him per se, but maybe the act of her going to him or getting something from him, gaining something from an ex, whether it be a him or a her. So he is uncomfortable with her stepping outside that relationship with old relationships, whatever it may be and entail. That's what I'm saying.
I'm still even trying to understand
The question.
to be honest.
Does he not have the same influence? Like, because I can tell you not to wear that dress and you be okay.
No,
But
I
then I can
won't.
tell you
Don't forget Amanda.
And didn't she say you could Uber?
that's what Amanda said.
Amanda said you could Uber. I think
But
that's
why?
what she
But
said.
why?
No, I'm just telling you.
No,
what
and
Amanda was saying
I
is you
think
could
most
Uber.
likely I said that because I was definitely in that situation and it got me in a lot of trouble. So I would never do that again. So yeah, take an Uber.
Wait, you were in a situation and you would never do it again.
Yeah, I would.
Okay, that's all I'm gonna say is I hope everybody's watching and then we can always rewind. I just love
Because I had other options. I could have took an Uber. I just didn't want to leave my car. But
if you didn't have a car
if I didn't have a
Still took an
and
Uber.
your phone was dead.
Okay, we're adding variables.
Yeah.
But I could have taken an Uber and left my car, and I decided not to.
Which is worse because it wasn't your last resort.
Correct.
I don't know if I would be upset, but I would just be like, why didn't you just get an Uber?
Is the reverse okay? Like if my ex is in the club and I'm a little saucy and he's there and he's like, I'll take you home. Is that okay for me to get a ride from him? He walks me to the door and hands
It's just like when you have familiar...
hands me over to you and say, oh, she looked a little saucy. Let me bring her
All
home.
this extra.
She's not adding
But I'm just
anything.
asking.
Walking my girl to the door is not extra.
Okay,
What are we
okay.
talking about?
Okay, so
Okay, but
he's in the
What are we talking
car.
about?
This is
He's in
real,
the
but
car
this is
and he's making
realistic.
sure. But it's the reverse.
But no, you know what the funny thing is? Y'all don't even realize how you're contradicting yourself. On one moment, you can say, hey, I can take tickets to my dream experience,
Marie did not.
whatever, right? To my dream experience, and it's my ex, and I'm going to try to lie. And if I don't lie, he should say thank you, right? But then on the flip side, it's like, well, why would you get a ride from your ex and you're drunk as hell? Like you're literally not even thinking right. You're literally not in a position to bring yourself anywhere safely. You probably can't even, if you're, depending on how drunk you are, you probably can't even type in your address on Uber. So,
Right, and
But-
there's a
but-
familiar face around me in
But
my
it's a-
drunkenness that is willing to help me get home. So I took the ride.
but we're trying to say, is it okay for your man to do it? That's what the question is.
So the question was posed to me, so I'll answer. I think, first of all, I would just say, why didn't you just take an Uber? And if he says, I guess, or answer that's reasonable, I'm like, all right. I mean, do what you got to do, I guess. You know,
What's reasonable? I just don't know what that is.
like too wasted to be coherent, like something like that, or just something that's reasonable. You know, otherwise, like, is that a decision that you're willing to make and then deal with the repercussions? I guess
You see, that's not even a reasonable.
I guess the question is that a decision that you're willing to make and then deal with the repercussions? Because no, just listen. So because you can either take an Uber and just get home and have no issues, or you can be dropped off by your ex and then there may be an issue.
First and foremost, listen, man, I hate when we start talking like people say things for the sake of the argument. And it's,
What am I saying for the sake of an
my thing
argument?
is this, I know Aaron.
What am I saying for the sake of
Aaron,
an argument?
You're smart. And I'm not going to sit here and believe that you're stupid. So when you tell me that your husband was drunk as fuck in the same vicinity as his ex, where he can't even get himself home properly, you're going to be like, you're a grown-ass man. Why did you put yourself in that position to be that drunk with an ex out anywhere? And then go have her bring you home.
No.
You're not going to just...
Trust his
You're,
friend.
like,
That's-
Is that what y'all call them? Trust his
That's
friend.
not-
Let me tell you.
bullshit. That's all it is.
That's not gonna...
That's bullshit.
That's not gonna...
That's a trusted
Rico,
friend.
that's your response. That's not my
But-
response. I don't even raise my voice
I'm not
when it
even
comes to
saying you're
stuff
gonna
like
say it the
this.
same way I did.
Alan,
But
like-
you're gonna
we can't
think
hear you
about it
over here.
way more. You're gonna speak. If he said I was just too wasted and my phone died, so she just came home. She was just there, and she offered me a ride home. And actually, I didn't even hear her. My friends just walked me to her car because that's how drunk I was.
So you had other friends there.
But but you see what I'm saying? Do you see what I'm saying, bro? Like it's like y'all just be reaching and saying shit just to say it. But when you really put
Who's
yourself in that
reaching?
position, it's
Like,
like
who's
it's not-
reaching?
it's not
And
realistic.
what are we reaching for?
I don't know. Just
I literally...
I'm just saying,
Like,
someone I'm safe with.
I'd be like, go. Do what you gotta
someone
do.
I trust, someone who's taking care of me
You
in
safe
times of
taking them
need.
tickets?
No,
I'm
but
safe
do you
taking a
understand?
ride.
Wait, do
But
y'all
he was, though.
do y'all see
Was he
how
not?
excited y'all are about this? Y'all see how excited y'all are? It's because y'all have an issue with it. That's y'all's hubris. That's y'all's ego. All I care about is my husband making it home safely and not laying somewhere with a bullet in his head or being in an accident. You know what I mean? That's
Yo,
I'm saying that's all I care about. I'm just
be anywhere
like,
and where bullets would be shot. Like Shout out to
Leaving a
Darren.
party, you never know what the fuck happened at 4
Again,
a.m.
you can because you can be pulled over. It could be some bullshit.
what?
All I care about,
said this in a
I don't
long
know. All I care about is
That's
the
poetic.
safety,
That sounds very poetic. I love the poetry today.
and that's you.
That's cool.
You don't have a husband,
I don't.
and you're not married.
Nope. I don't. It don't matter.
Exactly.
It
So
don't even matter. It's just you're
It don't matter.
you're
Like,
wanting
what
the
I-
well-being of your person. Like
that's all I care about. Like honestly, some people will be so upset if their like spouse or person is out till 3, 4 in the morning.
and I bet you they'd say, I'd
We-
rather you drive home drunk
Time
than
out.
ask that bitch to drive you,
You know
home.
what I realize?
Like, I'm-
We always, like
I'm
women
gonna
tend
be
to
sleep.
downgrade the situation and then upgrade the situation.
Chris,
whatever
I'm
they
lying.
choose. First, Marie started with this
I'm
upgrade
lying.
and walking the door. Now she's downgrading to just getting home late. No.
How many times have I said this?
He's drunk.
How
as
many
hell.
times have I said this?
Yo, anybody who has a spouse who's drunk as hell that gets dropped off by their ex, depending on, the severity of that ex relationship, there's going to be other questions than why didn't you just Uber? And if you want to sit here and explain this to me and that's all you would say, I would say kudos, but I still think it's
So
a
what
bunch
else you
of
wanna ask?
malarkey.
What if she's the same ex that got you?
But I know that's where we're going. This is where we're going with it. But
Rico, you and I just don't like you react.
I don't.
You
I
see
didn't
how you
react.
all hype?
I just asked.
You
a
react
question.
about a lot of shit. Like I don't.
You reacting right now?
No, I don't.
You
I don't really like people in situations having that much control over how I feel about something. At the end of the day, whatever you could be doing or have done, you know what's gonna happen? You're gonna do it if you want to. So what am I gonna sit at home arguing with you, fighting with you, asking you a whole bunch of questions? For what? To waste my damn time? No. Are you safe? Yes. So move the fuck around and let me go back to sleep.
So, Aaron, let me ask
Like
you a
that's
question.
it's not
Your
that big of a
exact
deal.
Words was if he had a reasonable answer. So now my question to you, Aaron, what if he gave you an unreasonable answer by whatever Aaron's definition of reasonable is? What's your next response? What's your next move? How do you feel in that situation?
Well, my husband doesn't get wasted like that. Typically, are you gonna let me answer? So typically, when we go out, I'm the one who's
She can't
wasted.
answer it.
Just hold on. Guy.
Anyway, let's move on because like I'm trying to
Yeah,
answer.
we must move on because she can't
I'm
answer
trying
it.
to answer it, and I can't even get a word out
Typically,
edgewise.
it doesn't. I just
Because
asked
I
you when it
can't- I
happens,
can't
not
get a
typically
word.
when it doesn't.
Can I speak?
No.
Okay, great. So let's move on to the next question. What I'm saying is that my husband, it's literally like a fact. He does not get drunk like that. Period. Like you done seen him drinking, and then very even keeled.
Aaron, let her
Like-
hurry up. Don't add ad libs. Just let her go. Yeah, he's seen Darren. Go ahead. Continue. We're waiting.
Aaron,
Rico.
do not let him get to you.
We're
No,
waiting.
but I'm just like, do you want an answer or not? Like, because
What-
that's
yeah.
the thing.
Go ahead.
Anyway, that's not even something he would do. For him to be uncontrollably drunk, that's an anomaly. It doesn't happen. So if he's that wasted, he is out of there. Like out of there. So all I'm gonna care about is that he actually makes it home. And I'm gonna ask, well, why
Don't
didn't
do
you
that,
just
Alan.
Rico, shut the fuck
Don't
up.
do that,
Damn.
Alan. No.
Like,
When Alan's, I'm not gonna let Alan try to gas you up with that
No,
bullshit.
but
Keep going.
I agree. All right, guys. I pushed it. I pushed you guys.
Cause-
Aaron was trying to make a point.
But what I'm saying is like I really
May I,
pushed you guys
Aaron?
really
Hold-
hard today.
Hold on.
the questions aren't hard. It's just that like
They're
we,
lying.
She was making
Who?
They're lying. That's
Who lied
it.
today?
You.
About what?
You know what? I think everybody's triggered by the fact.
I think nobody's.
triggered for what?
I would definitely. I would not. I
Why?
wouldn't even lie about it.
was like,
I would
fucked
take-
up.
Alan,
I-
you're talking about feelings. I'm talking about principles. Okay, and
That's just
contradict.
kinda fucked up.
It's just contradictful.
But one of the things is that if we
Your
move our
principles
egos
lie in
out
your
of the way,
ego.
I understand.
So do yours.
No.
That's why we
Thank
don't
you.
see
In that
eye to eye.
situation, I'm not gonna have an ego because I care about one thing. Did you make it home safely? Yeah, I would actually have to I would need
They
to
don't
be
understand.
explained to like, why are you bothered? Why does this trigger you?
It's not.
I would really need to know like, why does this trigger
I
you?
just want a third person.
Yeah, but that's not answering the question. Why does it trigger you that you don't want?
Someone steal your bitch before? No. I'm asking.
No,
because there got to be a reason.
It's not.
What's the
Because
reason?
I feel like a lot.
Was
can I
there a
just say-
Mr. Steal Your Girl in your life?
No, but what I feel like.
That's all I care about. And everything else is a
Right.
detail that can be talked about, worked out later. But
Guys, this is.
Mm.
It's so fucking tense. There's so much energy.
no, the only person that's tense is y'all two.
Who's tense?
We
I'm
tripping.
chilling. I stopped
'Cause
speaking.
we're talking
I
about a man's
realized,
ego
like, I
and-
just can't
I mean, and they're
We're
literally
exposing-
proving the
exposing-
point.
talk to a wall.
We're exposing a man's.
I don't know. Like
ego and-
I'm child.
I don't yell at walls.
Don't let don't let your ego have you fuck around and come on now.
Cause a bitch like me
Yeah.
said you can have all that ego shit. I'm gone.
Leave.
Yeah, like don't let your ego do that because I feel like if your ego is that big, you're gonna get in your own way at some point. You're gonna get in your own way and miss out on an opportunity, miss out on something that may be beneficial to you and your family just because your ego. You know, if you got an ego over some tickets, you might have an ego over, running into me running into somebody and I learned that, oh, you and my husband are in the same industry. But since you got an ego, you might not want me, you gonna feel weird about me making an introduction between you and him. Like just cause you have ego, like why? You know what I mean? Like I just I'm befuddled.
Yeah.
Literally
I've
befuddled.
heard this saying where women say,
But usually it's
Protecting
because
a
it's at
man's
the
ego
detriment-
or stroking a
It's-
fucking man's ego.
I think it's
both.
stroking.
They-
It is stroking
well,
a
women
man's
do have
ego.
to stroke a man's ego because they be so thirsty over experiences. You're so thirsty for your own detriment.
But that's what
Like we've been seeing women be thirsty on Instagram and doing all this crazy stuff just to get on a yacht, just to get acknowledgement from a bunch of strangers. So the thing is, you have to understand that temporary experience is not always worth happiness, especially if it's for a longevity or a permanent happiness. So if you have a relationship where a dude is treating you right and he's taking care of you in the best way, but yet you want to go to a concert that's tickets is given by an ex that you know is going to ruffle the feathers of your current man who treats you right, don't let your thirst get the best of you. Eventually, you'll get to go to a concert. It's not that serious. It's only a momentary thing. So I would just say choose to pick your battles and understand that everything that you do has a consequence. Whether or not you agree with how the person feels about your actions, it's still a potential consequence that you're going to have to face. And
You'd
it's
have
not
to
always
explain to
worth it.
me. You'd have to explain to me, like, why is this an issue? Because just saying because I don't want you to, because it's triggering, that's not gonna mean anything to me. I need to know why me receiving something for us from an ex with which I have no relationship with, no nothing with. Why does it trigger you? Is it a childhood trauma? Like,
Sometimes
did your mama do something to you? I would really have to understand the facts of the matter so that I can be like, okay, well, maybe I shouldn't do it. But just you telling me no, you're not doing it, you have me all the way fucked up.
I realize
Like
that
all the way, like
people
up and
don't
down.
understand that principles that people have acquired is similar to religious beliefs. A lot of people believe in religion and can't even tell you why they believe it, just their parents told them to. And they just been running with it ever since. And it's so embedded and instilled in them that they can't even give you the actual full-on reason on why not to do something that they don't agree with. But it's just the simple fact that that's just how they are. I'm not saying you got to be there to change them, but if you're going to take somebody, then you got to take all of them. Especially we're talking about serious relationship, you got to take all of them, all of their principalities, all of their potential insecurities. Like, that's one thing that we got to make sure you understand. Before you start signing up for a real relationship, you have to understand that you're taking everything that person is and all the principles and morals that they hold to them as well. And you have to take it into consideration. At some point, because if you don't, at some point, you're going to be back saying the dating pool is trash, you wasted your time. No, you didn't vet and you didn't align. That's the only thing that didn't happen. That person told you who they were and you didn't like it. Very simple.
What does that have to do with being able to use your words to explain why something makes you upset or why something rubs you the wrong way?
Because what happens is people cannot tell you things that's going to make you digest them in a way where you receive it. I can tell you it makes me uncomfortable, and that's enough. And if you don't deem that it should make me uncomfortable, you can't align with the fact that it makes me uncomfortable, which makes it a non-justifiable reason for you, which then makes it conflict for you to still think that you can do or still do what you want to do. And the problem is, not everything has to have a suffice reasoning for your justification. If that person feels the way that they feel and they can try to explain it, and maybe their explanations may not be the best, maybe it may be the best. But what you do have to do is take it for what it is, even if it doesn't make sense to you. That's one thing I learned with dealing with women. Like, it don't make sense to me that you
No.
think taking those tickets is okay. But if I'm going to take you and you tell me you're the type to take tickets from your ex, no matter when, what, then I got to take all of it, or I got to leave all of it, because that's just how your brain was set up.
No, I'd just rather not be with someone who is deficient such that they can't use their words to explain something to me so that I can understand it. Because if you just say, because I said so, because it makes me feel weird, okay, why does it make you feel weird? Why do you not want this to be the case? Because if you can't use your words to clearly and coherently explain to me why something is an issue in our relationship, that issue is going to rear its head in so many other places, because that means you're not going to be able to tell me why you have an issue with that, or why you have an issue with that, or why you have an issue somewhere else in our marriage. You can't just say because I told you so. That's like me, like bringing up something and my reason, because if someone's trying to understand and get the backstory and the context, and I say, just because I don't like it. No, there's a reason.
And it also goes against the fact that I'm about us. Like, you're just trying to have control of the situation. You're just trying to have control of me and the decisions that I make. The decision that I make is for us. It's not just about me. It's the tickets were for us.
Yo, Amanda, don't
No.
do that. Please don't do
No,
that.
what she's saying is right. If it's for
wasn't for
us, then
us.
she needs to. You would have to explain why it's an issue for you.
But it's not for us, because in our exact, like, oh my gosh, I hate that I have to do this. In our exact example, it was your dream, not our dream. It was your dream. So it ain't for us, it's for you. Now,
If it was for me, it would just be
Okay,
one ticket.
hold on.
No,
hold
it's-
on.
oh my God.
It was
bro.
my dream, but the tickets that were offered was for us. The initial example was the money that was given for the rent for us.
Thank you.
Yes, but
Full
when we're
circle.
talking about tickets,
Bring it full circle.
No, it's not. When we're talking about tickets for us, but it's your dream, that does not mean that I align with your dream. I could easily not like your favorite artist. I could easily hate.
So you can easily say, nah, I'm not into going to that concert. So I'd get my homegirl to come with me. Bloop.
But there's the issue again. Now, see, and I realize that when you talk to walls, you get weird responses. Now, I just want to say one last thing to Aaron in response. Sometimes it's not about it makes me feel uncomfortable. One thing that I realized growing up in the reality of a world is that sometimes people will answer me with, this is how I was raised. And when you get into that position where you say, this is how I was raised, you have to understand it, depending on when you meet them. If you meet him at 25, that's 25 years of hard wiring and programming that has been done to that person to believe that whatever X is the way that it needs to be. And there is no explaining out of that. Now, unless you want to take another, in my opinion, another 10 to 15 years going and chipping away at that tree to try to rewire their brain, then that's a whole different conversation. But when we're talking about people who are just the way that they are because that's how they was raised, that's what they were told. You know why? And that's realistically, I'm not going to jump off a deep end, but that's realistically everything. Your opinions are your opinions because that's how you were raised. Your ideas and ideologies on what color is the best or white toenails is because that's what's been your influence. That's been your programming. So a lot of the things that we're talking about is literally people don't even know. People don't have their own opinions. People don't have their own ideologies. People don't even have their own principalities and morals. It's all societal and standard based. So a lot of people can't even explain and communicate why, because it's just how they've been hardwired to believe. That's all I'm going to say, man. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I actually do like this blue toast.
I
I
know.
don't do white toast all the time.
But I'm just saying, it's like, a popular thing. At one point, every girl had white toenails. Why? Because that's how you.
No, it's because you like the
I'm
way
gonna
that it
close
looks.
out. I'm gonna take us out of here, guys. Thank you so much for watching this episode. It's been crazy. There's been a lot of tension. It's been spicy. But we're gonna close out. Thank you so much for watching. Please follow, like, comment, subscribe, join our YouTube membership. We really need you guys to join our YouTube membership. Okay, so keep in tune with our YouTube. We're on Instagram, Facebook. You guys have been doing numbers for us, so thank you for that. We're also on TikTok. Please, we need you guys. We appreciate you guys, and thank you so much. We're gonna see you on the next episode.
Peace.